Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2010 Spring Commencement Exercises for the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. Life has many passages, the transitions from one period to another. Cultures the world over mark these transitions with ceremonies steeped in tradition, while at the same time looking forward. Commencement, with its ancient regalia and pageantry, marks the successful conclusion of a period of study and the beginning of a new phase in graduates' lives. It connects each of us to the long line of scholars reaching back through the centuries. Today, we honor these graduates' past achievements and celebrate their bright futures. It is my great pleasure to present them to you, the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs' class of 2010. Will you please remain standing and join visual and performing arts student Randall Stewart, who will lead us in the singing of America the Beautiful. The words to this song were composed by Catherine Lee Bates in 1893 during a visit to Pikes Peak and were inspired by the beauty of this state. Lyrics are listed on page 1 of your program. And now, please join the UCCS Visual and Performing Arts Vocal Ensemble, directed by instructor Cynthia Fox, in the singing of the national anthem. Lyrics are listed on page 4 of your program. Please be seated. Now it is my pleasure to present the Chancellor of the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs, Dr. Pam Shockley-Zalabak.
Thank you. I would now like to acknowledge today that we have assembled here really a microcosm of our world. We have graduates from every state in the nation and across this great nation, as well as, of course, the majority from Colorado and many nations around the globe. We also want to thank those who support and the dedication to the university have helped bring all of our graduates here today. I would like to introduce members of the Board of Regents as well as other guests on the platform. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Our Board of Regents. On our right, Kyle Hibble from the 5th Congressional District. On my left, Manisha Merchant, the 7th Congressional District, and Steve Ludwig, Regent at Large and UCCS alum. Also on my left, Bruce Benson, University of Colorado President. And on my right, Christy Sipsey, Chairperson of the UCCS Alumni and Friends Association, and our Commencement Marshal, Susan Taylor, last year's recipient of the Outstanding Teaching Award. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, I would like to introduce our administrators and deans, and again, hold your applause until all have been introduced. Margaret Bacon, Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Martin Wood, Vice Chancellor for University Advancement. Key Warner, Associate Vice Chancellor for Diversity. Susan Spurka, Senior Associate Vice Chancellor for Administration and Finance. Steve Ellis, Associate Vice Chancellor for Student Success. Jenny Watson, Legal Counsel. Nancy Smith, Dean of the Bethel College of Nursing and Health Sciences. Venkateshwar Reddy, Dean of the College of Business. Terry Schwartz, Associate Dean of the School of Public Affairs. Lavon Neal, Dean of the College of Education. Rangaswamy Dandapani, Dean of the College of Engineering and Applied Sciences. Thomas Christensen, Dean of the College of Letters, Arts and Sciences. Janine Nelson, Dean of the Graduate School. Terry Switzer, Dean, Kramer Family Library. Caleb Rainey, the 2010 Student Achievement Award winner. Our name readers today are Josephine Benavides, Director, Pre-Collegiate Development Programs, Anthony Cordova, Director, Multicultural Office for Student Access, Inclusiveness, and Community, Bev Kratzer, Director, Career Center, Eric Neeson, Assistant Director, Admissions, Counseling, and Student Recruitment. I would also like all of the retirees who are joining us today by asking them as well to stand, whether they are on the stage or in the audience. Let's give everyone a round of applause for their contributions. And now I would like to recognize our student government representatives. So please stand and be acknowledged, either in the audience or on our stage. Importantly, I would like the faculty and staff of the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs to rise and remain standing. Commencement is a time for faculty and staff to reflect on their accomplishment, the education of our students to be outstanding citizens of the community, the nation, and the world, superb teaching, creative scholarship, exemplary service. Thank you for your energy and dedication to the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs, to this community. For the large and small ways you show that you care for the development and success of our students, we are all grateful to you. Thank you very much. Members of the Regents, President Benson, faculty, staff, distinguished guests, friends, loving families, and most importantly, the members of the class of 2010, thank you for coming to celebrate success. In today's environment, it is often easier to be pessimistic than it is to celebrate accomplishment, to focus on the negative rather than the positive, to focus on our differences rather than what we have in common. Today is about success. It is about courage, collaboration, and caring, qualities that many of you have demonstrated in arriving at this point in your lives, and qualities that will carry you to the next level of success, no matter how you define it. Now I want to focus on collaboration. We are here to celebrate the collaboration of you and your supporters. Before I begin brief, and I promise, very brief remarks, I ask that the graduates stand, find your supporters, your collaborators, and give them a big round of applause. Thank you. Please be seated. I think it's fairly obvious that the individuals you applauded chose to support you in your endeavors and to be with you today in celebration of your decision to take a path that is often less traveled. Some of you are trailblazers. In fact, many of you are trailblazers, being the first in your family to earn a college degree. Others of you moved, yes, that's cause for celebration. Others moved directly from high school to college to meet what was the family expectation and your own expectation. And still others followed the words of poet Carl Sandburg, who wrote, "The time for action is now. It's never too late to do something." My point is that you chose to help yourself by graduating today. But no matter how large the individual accomplishment, I remind you that no one acted alone. There is no such thing, really, as a self-made man or woman. I'd like to share with you a story about a young man who was in my class last summer. Aziz Al-Shafan shares some of the challenges that many of you have faced or will face in your lives. He balances marriage and children, including the birth of a child this past year, with coursework, a research project, and comprehensive examinations. That load is more than enough. But Aziz also is managing treatment for Hodgkin's lymphoma. He completed his oral defense by conference call from Houston, where he is being treated for his disease, and he was at that time too weak to fly to Colorado Springs. But I'm appreciative of the faculty, the staff, the medical professionals, and his family, because Aziz is here with us today. Yes, thank you. Let's give him a round of applause. Aziz, I can't see you. Where are you? There he is. Thank you, Aziz. But I'm also appreciative of knowing that we have family who have traveled all the way from Saudi Arabia to celebrate with him. So welcome. I also want to tell an important story about the man who in a few minutes will receive the highest award that the regents of the university offer, the honorary doctoral degree. Because this man reminds us of greatness, but also of what individuals can do. Greg Mortensen understands we are all shaped by the people and experiences that surround us. He exemplifies the qualities of collaboration in addition to courage and caring that I am talking about this afternoon. It was on the eve of a trip to Iowa to see that famous cornfield from the movie Field of Dreams that tragedy struck our guest and his family. His sister, a longtime epileptic, died of complications from her illness. In her memory, he set out to climb K2 in Pakistan, the world's second highest mountain, and the one that claims approximately one life for every 4 who attempt the ascent. It was a spiritual journey and one that would have lifelong implications for him and thousands of others. While recovering from the climb, he met a group of children sitting in the dirt, writing with sticks. He made a promise to help them build a school. This tells us something about commitment, caring, and ultimately courage. From that somewhat rash promise grew a remarkable humanitarian campaign in which he has dedicated his life to promote education, especially for girls, in remote regions of Pakistan and Afghanistan. And as of today, he has established or significantly supports 131 schools in rural and often volatile regions of Pakistan and Afghanistan. These schools provide education to more than 58,000 children, including 44,000 girls for whom few educational opportunities existed. This collaboration with impoverished rural communities has earned him multiple awards and commendation and hero status in the communities where he works. His best-selling book, 3 Cups of Tea, is required reading for U.S. Special Forces deploying to Afghanistan, and he regularly works to help military leaders and troops alike understand cultural issues in the region. Our recipient also knows something about courage. In 1996, he survived an 8-day armed kidnapping by the Taliban. In 2003, he escaped a firefight with feuding Afghan warlords by hiding for 8 hours under putrid animal hides bound for a tanning factory. He has lost count of the number of death threats he has received in the months and years following 9/11. In his work, he shows us that isolation and ignorance would be easier than collaboration and courage, but that collaboration and courage are more fulfilling, more impacting, and the future. TV newscaster Tom Brokaw called our degree recipient one ordinary person with the right combination of character and determination who is really changing the world. As you receive your degree today, you have the opportunity to engage in collaboration and exhibit courage. As you proceed with your goals, I encourage you to remember the role that one person, one ordinary person, can have if you are willing to use your abilities to care about others, to collaborate, and to dream beyond the ordinary. Author Tom Clancy tells us, "Nothing is as real as a dream. The world can change around you, but your dream will not. Responsibilities need not erase it. Duties need not obscure it. Because the dream is within you. No one can take it away." I would add to the class of 2010, dream big. And as I look at you, I know that you will, and I know that the future is good. Thank you. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the President of the University of Colorado, Bruce Benson.
Thank you, Chancellor. I'd like to add my welcome to the graduates, their family and friends, and the university faculty and staff. On behalf of the University of Colorado, I'd like to congratulate you and all the people who helped you. Your degree from this great university will change your life forever. As you start the next stage of your life, I'd like to share some of my thoughts with you that have helped me throughout my life. Listen to others. Make sure you hear all sides of the issue. Your ideas may not always be the best. You can accomplish a lot more if you don't care who gets the credit. And in every decision, watch out for unintended consequences. Stay focused on what is important and finish what you start. If you make a mistake or a bad decision, admit it, apologize, fix it as fast as you can, and just move on. And when you make an agreement, make sure both sides are happy and don't always try to get the advantage. Seize opportunities as they come along. If you have a life plan, don't miss opportunities that may not fit exactly in that plan. People want leaders, so if you see a void, fill it. And when you become a leader, be inclusive and open, try to listen more than you talk, hire great people who are trustworthy and work as a team, and treat everyone with respect, and remember that everyone has a place in this world. So always lead by example. Do the right thing no matter how tough it is. You will be rewarded. And be generous with your time and when you can with your money, and be sure to remember your alma mater. I'm just checking to see if you're listening. Contribute to your community, volunteer for projects you care about. You will do good, and it'll make you feel really good. In the end, your honesty, your word, your reputation, and your integrity are all that you have, so don't lose them. And don't forget, the harder you work, the luckier you'll get. So good luck to all of you as you start the next phase of your life. And again, congratulations.
Thank you, President Benson. At this time, Caleb Rainey, this year's Student Achievement Award recipient, will address our graduating students.
Graduates of the class of 2010, we stand at the edge of a future that extends beyond rigorous studies and begins to include other facets of life. This future requires us to come into our own as leaders and contributors to our society's well-being. We also face a unique time in our nation's history. The U.S. is in a state of rapid change economically, socially, and politically. Because of the tenable moment in which we find ourselves, I want to talk about silencing and claiming a future. For some of us here this afternoon, silencing has had to be combated at every turn. Those of us who have had to deal with silencing and misunderstandings have had the good fortune of attending this institution that we now leave, and have no doubt benefited from the leadership of one of the few female chancellors in the nation, as well as an institutional commitment to diversity. The University of Colorado's definition of diversity reads, "Diversity of people and ideas represents, among other things, differences in ethnicity, race, gender, age, class, sexual orientation, abilities, religious and spiritual values, political viewpoints, veteran status, and gender identity and expression. Historically, certain groups have been excluded and marginalized within public higher education, creating legacies of advantage and disadvantage. The principle of diversity advocates a university that is inclusive of all, while overcoming the legacies of exclusion and marginalization to create equity within the university experience." No doubt, many of us find ourselves within this definition and have benefited from the work performed by our foremothers and fathers on our behalves. Each of us has benefited from attending an institution that has remained committed to inclusion in higher education. As we begin to move into spaces that may be less hospitable to our different voices and may seek to silence us, we must continue to speak and be heard. We have learned to think critically at this institution. To be able to think for ourselves is perhaps the greatest gift that we have been given. We must now go out into the world and use what we have learned to make ourselves seen and heard, even if there is a possibility we will be mocked, disliked, or misunderstood. I want to present all of you with a challenge: to go and claim a future worthy of yourself. The dictionary definition for claim is to take as the rightful owner, to assert in the face of possible contradiction. This means taking action. This means not allowing yourself to remain passive while others act upon you. If you have ever found yourself silenced, it is likely that you will be silenced again. As we go out into our chosen fields of study or professions, our presence in those spaces could be challenged or seen as belonging to someone else. It is this that I challenge us to confront. The future set before us is ours. We are not guests in another's house, nor are we borrowing something that isn't rightfully our own. It is time we claim our future. We must resist the definitions others impose upon us. Instead, we should apply the skills we have learned at this great institution and begin to define ourselves, so that no matter our perceived inferiority, lack of intelligence or work ethic, lack of physical capability, or perceived immorality, we do not shrink into silence, fear, or passivity. It is imperative that we take the opportunities given to us by our education and grasp the future, begging to be shaped by the hands traditionally kept from molding it. So whether your path after today is graduate school, paid employment, military service, or something else entirely, I implore you to claim what is yours. Claim your future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rainey. Throughout CU's history, we have recognized many outstanding individuals for their contributions to CU, the state, and the nation. We honor members of the broader community who, through their philanthropy and civic-minded activities, have improved the University of Colorado. Continuing in this tradition, the Regents now confer the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, upon Greg Mortensen. Regent Monisha Merchant will read the citation, and President Benson will confer the degree.
Greg Mortensen is the co-founder of the nonprofit Central Asia Institute, founder of Pennies for Peace, and co-author of the 2007 New York Times bestseller, 3 Cups of Tea, which sold more than 3.6 million copies and was published in 41 countries. His latest book, Stones into Schools, Promoting Peace with Books, Not Bombs in Afghanistan and Pakistan, debuted as second on the New York Times bestseller list. But Greg Mortensen does more than write. He established 131 schools in rural and awful volatile regions of Pakistan and Afghanistan, which provide education to more than 58,000 children, including 48,000 girls who previously had few educational opportunities. In 2009, he received Pakistan's highest civil award, Sitara-e-Pakistan. U.S. congressional representatives have nominated him twice for the Nobel Peace Prize. Mortensen was born in 1957 and grew up on the slopes of Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania. He served in the U.S. Army in Germany, where he received the Army Commendation Medal, and later graduated from the University of South Dakota. In 1993, Mortensen climbed Pakistan's K2, the world's second highest mountain in the Karakoram Range, to honor his sister's memory after her death from complications related to epilepsy. While recovering from the climb, Mortensen met a group of children and made a promise to help them build a school. From that promise, Mortensen dedicated his life to promote education, especially for girls in the remote regions of Pakistan and Afghanistan. His work has not been without difficulty. He survived an 8-day kidnapping by the Taliban, escaped a 2003 firefight and feuding Afghan warlords, overcame religious decrees from enraged Islamic leaders, endured CIA investigations, and threats from fellow Americans for helping educate Muslim children. Mortensen is a hero in Afghanistan and Pakistan, where he has gained the trust of Islamic leaders, military and militia commanders, government officials, and tribal chiefs for his tireless effort to champion education, especially for girls. In addition to his advocacy for female education, Mortensen is an advocate for the global abolishment of the manufacture and usage of landmines. For his many achievements and significant contributions to the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs, as well as his many contributions to the global community, the University of Colorado Board of Regents is proud to award Greg Mortensen the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations.
I'm still here doing this, right? It's a little confusing. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon you, Greg Mortensen, the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Okay, now we're going to put the hood on. This is a procedure. You got a shirt button? No. Straighten that out later. There you go. I think Pam comes back first. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, here's Pam. Okay, you're up.
All right. Now, it is my honor and distinct privilege to invite Mr. Mortensen to say a few words.
Thank you. Well, thank you again to University of Colorado, your tribal chief and president, Bruce Benson. I'd also like to thank the provost, Margaret Bacon, and Pam, thank you very much. And I'd like to thank all the deans and the faculty, and especially we'd just like to congratulate again all the students and the parents and the families and everyone here who's here to celebrate this wonderful day. When I was standing at the entrance, I was talking to Pam a little bit, and I was kind of asking her what is one of the most wonderful things about this university. And she told me something that I rarely hear from a provost, and she said that about 40% of the graduates here are first-generation college graduates. And you mentioned it earlier, but I think all of you should stand up, including the parents and the grandparents, all of you who are a first-generation college graduate. I'd like you to stand up. We're going to like to give you a big round. All right. Long time ago, people came from all over the world to this country and other countries, and they became the first generation college graduates. And of the many wonderful things in this great nation, one of the best things we have is that we have the finest higher education institutions in all of the world. And unfortunately right now that's a little bit hasn't become a top priority. So as you go forth into the world, I'd like to make sure that all of us embrace and support higher education, and to the future, the first generation high school and college graduates who are going to go after you. I've been working in Pakistan, Afghanistan for about 17 years, and my main goal is to help girls become the first generation students to go to high school and on to college. And this tenacity, and I really first started believing in that when I was a boy in Africa. I learned a proverb, and I've never forgotten this proverb. And if the gentleman, you can bear with me for 1 second here, I'm going to share this proverb with everybody. It says, if we educate a boy, we educate an individual. But if we can educate a girl, we educate a community. And so on behalf of all the women, we'd like to celebrate. There's also I have the honor, I go to dozens of universities every year, and there's kind of a revolution going on in higher education in the last 1 to 2 decades. And that is that studies are becoming much more integrated. Political science is turning into international relations. Business is looking at ethical entrepreneurship. Imagine that. Engineering and architecture is looking at sustainable engineering architecture. Nursing and medicine is looking at holistic health rather than symptomatic treatment of diseases. And if you ask college presidents and chancellors and provosts, why is this happening? You deserve some of the credit for the very visionary leadership, but they will tell you that this is being driven by the students themselves. It's you who really want to make the world a better place. There was a U.S. News and World Report study that came out about 4 years ago, and it said that in 1990, about 18% of college graduates said, "I want to go out and make the world a better place." And that was a day of the me generation. Everybody want to go out and make a buck. But today, it's about 50%. And why don't we just do a little survey? How many of you want to go out and make your community or your nation or your world a better place? It's like about 80%. We can work on the other 20%. And if you go down into the high schools and junior highs and elementary schools, it's even much higher than that. So today we're celebrating with you, and what I would like to encourage you is, there's just two things. The first thing is, and I'm going to maybe ask this as a question first, how many of you have spent more than about 10 hours with an old person or your grandparents talking about the Depression or World War II or the Civil Rights Movement or perhaps the Vietnam War or perhaps when your grandparents came from another country and settled in the U.S.? So let's do a little survey. How many of you spent more than about 10 hours? That's pretty high. It's about 20%. The average in the U.S. is about 5 to 10%. Now, if I ask the same question in Afghanistan or Pakistan, 90 or 100% of the hands come up. And I think that is one of the greatest tragedies of our country, that we've lost the tradition where we can learn from our elders. And we learn from our elders about our heritage, our folklore, our traditions, our faith, and many of the important lessons that we've learned in history. So I'd like you, I know you don't want any more homework, but maybe this summer as you're looking for a job, just spend a little bit of time with an elder and ask them. During the Depression, there was a lot of people out looking for jobs too, and maybe they can give you some helpful hints about that. And the other thing is, I think the greatest generation, it's you and it's the children coming behind you. You are the ones who really want to live in a more holistic world and make the world a better place. So today we just want to celebrate, and now this time let's have all of the graduates. You are all graduates, so let's all stand up one more time and give you a big round. Congratulations. And go Mountain Lions. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mortensen. At this time, we will begin to confer the degrees. We will do this in 3 groups. First, doctoral, then master's degrees, and finally, baccalaureate degrees. As the doctoral candidates from each program are named, they will be hooded simultaneously by their faculty advisors. Will the candidates for the degrees Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Nursing Practice please come forward? Janine Nelson, Dean of the Graduate School.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabek, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School, I have the honor to present these graduates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Leadership, Research, and Policy.
Dean Nelson, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Leadership, Research, and Policy, and welcome them into the company of scholars. Congratulations.
Dr. Shelman Nicole Brown, dissertation, Cassian Yanagra and How Are the Children? An exploration of the relationship between African American middle school males, reading and discipline. Dr. Hanning Zell Hughes, dissertation, Language Placement Predicting Strategic Language Learning Success at the United States Air Force Academy. Dr. Regina Anita Lewis. Dissertation, The Effects of Communalism on the Academic Success and Retention of the African American Male Student in Community College. Dr. Dina Renee Samuels. Dissertation, Faculty Preparedness for Building Cultural Inclusiveness. Dr. Barron Lee Savage. Dissertation, Short-Term Foreign Language Immersion, How Does It Stimulate Language Development and Learning? Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School, I have the honor to present these candidates for degree Doctor of Philosophy and Engineering.
Dean Nelson, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon this graduate the degree Doctor of Philosophy and Engineering and welcome him to the company of scholars. Congratulations.
Dr. Kwan Ho Shui. Dissertation, Device Physics of Correlated Electron Random Access Memory, recipient of Outstanding Graduate Student Award. Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Psychology.
Dean Nelson, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Psychology and welcome them to the company of scholars. Congratulations.
Dr. Ashley Williams, dissertation, Family Structure Development and Stress as a Framework for the Understanding of Late Life Planning in Aging Families of Individuals with Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities. Dr. Shannon Marie Foster, dissertation, Purposefully Positive, Age-Related Change in Emotional Processing Related to Cognitive Ability. Dr. Kimberly Amiko Harato, dissertation, Engaging the Senses, Creating a Multisensory Environment to Alter How Residents with Dementia Use Space. Dr. Tara Lee Noaker, dissertation, Age-Related Changes in Allocation of Attention to Emotional Stimuli. Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School, I have the honor to present these graduates for degree Doctor of Nursing Practice.
Dean Nelson, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Doctor of Nursing Practice and welcome them to the company of scholars. Congratulations.
Dr. Anne Marie Cox, Capstone Project, Group Medical Appointments for Patients with Diabetes. Dr. Bernard Joseph Franta, Capstone Project, Evaluation of Primary Care Services provided by faculty and student family nurse practitioners in a rural setting. Dr. Beth Marie Henley, Capstone Project, Development of a Scope of Practice for California Nurse Practitioners. Dr. Monica Lynn Gerald, Capstone Project, Implementation of a Plan Management Program for Post-Surgical Total Knee Replacements in a Managed Care Environment. Dr. Mary Sheffield Kawana, Capstone Projects, Exploring Benign Palpitations and Type D Personality. Dr. Deborah Sharon Richardson, Capstone Project, Tai Chi Stress Management for Parental Caregivers of Dependent Children.
Congratulations to all of you who have received these high academic degrees. Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, we now confer the graduate degrees of the university. Janine Nelson, Dean of the Graduate School.
All 6 colleges and schools contribute to the programs of the Graduate School. Candidates will be introduced by the respective deans, with the candidates for degree Master of Science and Master of Science in Nursing in Bethel College of Nursing and Health Science. Please stand and come forward. Dean Nancy Smith of Bethel College of Nursing and Health Sciences.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Bethel College of Nursing and Health Sciences, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree Master of Sciences and Master of Science in Nursing.
Dean Smith, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Master of Sciences and Master of Science in Nursing. Congratulations.
Craig Drew.
Beth Underwood.
Leslie Shook. Cheryl Mall.
Kimberly Stevens.
Amy Wall.
Ashley Tang.
Phyllis Averett.
Samantha Garvin.
Jennifer Cleland.
Beth Mandery.
Miranda Fisher. Rebecca Schwebke. Joe Bradley. Joshua Manning. Christy Grissom. Jessica Hildebrand.
Will the candidates for the degree Masters of Business Administration in the College of Business please stand and come forward? Dean Venkat Reddy, Dean of the College of Business.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School of Business and Administration, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree Master of Business Administration.
Dean Reddy, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Master of Business Administration. Congratulations.
Hannah Pollock.
Jordan Bridwell.
Rebecca Graham.
Todd Dahlberg.
Christopher Saylor, outstanding graduate student.
Sarah Young, Distinguished Graduate Academic Achievement Award.
John Dopp.
Delilah Duran.
Carl Tucker.
Kelly Hopper.
Matthew Peterson.
Brenda McKay.
Deborah Brodhagen.
Maria Berger.
Joseph Fogarty.
Sarah Matheson.
Rebecca Nelson.
Scott Barnes.
Brady Pitt.
Mara Strobel.
Shannon Cable. Jane King.
Peggy Mirosevich.
Allison Moser.
Michelle Smith. Sean Swanson.
Naryam Talkaviyev. Larry Robertson.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Criminal Justice and Master of Public Administration in the School of Public Affairs please stand and come forward? Dean Terry Schwartz, Associate Dean of the School of Public Affairs.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the School of Public Affairs, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree Master of Criminal Justice and Master of Public Administration.
Associate Dean Schwartz, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Master of Criminal Justice and Master of Public Administration. Congratulations.
Michael Merson.
Elliot Hinman.
Laura Erdman.
Sean Ryan.
Nashla Deware.
Rob Finnigsmeyer.
Rebecca Rodriguez.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Arts and Master of Science in the College of Education please come forward? Dean Levon Neal, Dean of the College of Education.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Education, I have the honor to present these culturally responsive candidates for the degree Master of Arts and Master of Sciences.
Dean Neal, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Master of Arts and Master of Science. Congratulations.
Eva Wojciechowska.
Janelle Dozar.
Donna X.
Amanda Kobach.
Margaret Engler.
Lisanne McNew.
Lori Fooley Rigner.
Lori Armstrong.
Justin Heinlein.
Melissa Schechter.
Benjamin Knighton.
Michael Reyes.
Benet Pastor Clark.
Dawn Souza.
Nicole Minez.
Marianne Weitzel.
Jennifer Morgan.
Bonnie Beach.
Tiffany Anderson. Susan Morley. Teresa Bloor. Lillian Endicott.
Grace Wayman.
Crystal Houghton.
Ann Krupski.
Sandra Reyes.
Elizabeth Kaufman Bradley.
Lisa Somas.
Jamil Leah Cobb.
Melissa Smith.
Emily Richardson.
Heather Von Felt.
Heather Bach.
Catherine Martin.
Jennifer White.
Kelly Taylor, outstanding graduate student.
Deirdre Benjamin.
Christina Palmer.
Lydia Brown.
Gannon Huber.
April Bolton.
Daniel Kirby.
Janice Ostermule.
Sarah Overdorf Smith.
Parker Stephen.
Melissa Gabriel.
Eric Burton.
Justine Duke Lowry.
Brian Cook.
Alicia Strupp.
Jennifer Fall.
Kimberly Severn.
Patricia Margarita Heiner.
Megan Ford, outstanding graduate student.
Diane Henn.
Catherine Harriet.
Deanna Ostermiller.
Christina D. Carrillo.
Nicole D. Herrera.
Dawn Marie Wiley.
Monica Chodak.
Kathleen May
Newton.
Michelle Jolly.
Sharon Vassar.
Ashley Elizabeth Buckwald.
Carol Davis.
Patricia Denard.
Jordan Volts.
Heidi Hildbrunner.
Colleen Shea.
Jody Nelson.
Spencer Owen.
Diana Gonzalez.
Gretchen Wardell.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Engineering, Master of Science, and Master of Sciences in the College of Engineering and Applied Sciences please stand and come forward? Razaswamy Danpani, Dean of the College of Engineering and Applied Science.
Chancellor Shaklee Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Engineering and Applied Science, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree Master of Engineering, Master of Science, and Master of Sciences.
Dean Dandapani, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Master of Engineering, Master of Science, and Master of Sciences. Congratulations.
David Dickamore. John McMullen. Alicia Castro. William Champlin. Bo Sharifi.
Kim Lan Tran.
Baman Gorjadus.
Briar Schumacher. Lauren Johnson, outstanding graduate student. Krista Cumley. Christopher Walu.
Will the candidates for the degrees Master of Arts and Master of Sciences in the College of Letter Arts and Sciences please stand and come forward? Dean Tom Christensen, Dean of the College of Letter Arts and Sciences.
Chancellor Shaklee Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees Master of Arts and Master of Sciences.
Dean Christensen, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Master of Arts and Master of Sciences. Congratulations.
Michelle Johnston.
John Kerr.
Rachel Reno.
Mark Hegarty.
Mark Beck, Outstanding Graduate Student Award.
Audrey Dunnigan.
Sarah Delano.
Corlia Keeney. Master of
Christine
Communication
Elaine
with Distinction.
Medina.
Jennifer Nail with distinction.
John Sperka. Christopher Bunka.
Marnie Harris with distinction. Siobhan Denise Thurman.
Stephen R. Brummett with distinction.
Arthur Cutter with distinction.
Anne Shukaisid Anderson.
Abdulaziz Al-Shafan, magna cum laude.
Nathaniel Miller.
Luke Mazarak.
Myrna Holstrom.
Jared Jackson.
Jennifer Meredith, Outstanding Graduate Student Award.
Jennifer Holmes.
Melody Studebaker.
Jennifer Hedden.
Aaron Barnes.
Crystal Duckhorn. Marcia Singlevich.
John Chavis.
Noel Courier.
Jillian Waller.
Elijah Ricks.
Hillary Antone Stang.
Lisa King.
Patricia Monahan.
Gina Tambone. Tracy Bosshart. Sarah Steinmetz, Outstanding Graduate Student Award. Tasha Moreno. Anne Elizabeth Miller.
This concludes the conferring of graduate degrees. Chancellor Shockley-Zalabak, we now confer the undergraduate degrees. Will the candidates of the Bethel College of Nursing and Health Sciences please stand and come forward? Dean Nancy Smith.
Chancellor Shockley-Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Bethel College of Nursing and Health Sciences, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science and Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Dean Smith, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Bethel College of Nursing and Health Sciences, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degrees Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science and Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Congratulations.
Elizabeth Kaufman.
Sarah Tapley.
Dana Justice.
Joycelyn Robinson, magna cum laude.
Erica Rodriguez.
Nicholas Slothauer, magna cum laude.
Megan Wilson.
Candace Kaufhold, magna cum laude.
Emily Hinman, cum laude.
Portia Pendleton, cum laude.
Vitaly Battolini, summa cum laude.
Caitlin Lewis, magna cum laude.
Samantha Sparks.
Jill Westhoff, magna cum laude.
Kathleen Howard.
Jessica Jacobs, cum laude.
Brittany Hemker, cum laude.
Kayla Pearl, cum laude.
Jody Houghton, summa cum laude.
Kaylee Neufeld, magna cum laude.
Ariane Apt, magna cum laude.
Brittany Wilcox, cum laude.
Daniel Kurt, cum laude.
Wendy Venturella, summa cum laude.
Tiffany Beal, magna cum laude.
Allison Snook.
Jessica Hudgens.
Shannon Rosado.
Lakshmi Shane.
Rachel Klein, cum laude.
Brittany Holden, magna cum laude.
Christina Fitzgerald.
Chelsea Bennett.
Shannon Daly, cum laude.
Emily Webster.
Rachel Doughty.
Rochelle Sergi.
Heather Tonoff, magna cum laude.
Tanya Hansen.
Sherry New, magna cum laude.
Megan Spain.
Tiffany Epps.
Jared Cottle.
Angela Patron, cum laude.
Julie Jenkins.
Brandy Perdue.
Samantha Escovedo, magna cum laude.
Tracy Birmingham.
Katie Larimore, cum laude.
Ashley Nail.
Marissa Reeder, cum laude.
Diane Huth, cum laude.
Megan Johnson.
Georgina Segura.
Chelsea Van Zijtveld, summa cum laude.
Rachel Bergstrom.
Michelle Lecomte, cum laude.
Jackson Moorhead.
Raymond Martinez II, summa cum laude.
Milena Shipwash.
Catherine Lee.
Alicia Hoffman.
Lisa Ward.
Brittany Sawina, cum laude.
Kristen Reed.
Angela Gates, summa cum laude.
Lori Warren.
Julie Burke.
Amy Bond.
Jameson Bessenson.
Brianne Warren.
Andrew Fenstermaker.
Katie Zook, cum laude.
Catherine Giovannini.
Lillian Dodson. Tara Friedman, cum laude.
Will the candidates of the College of Business and Administration please stand and come forward? Dean Venkat Reddy.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Business and Administration, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Business.
Dean Reddy, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Business and Administration, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Bachelor of Science in Business. Congratulations.
Laura Clark, magna cum laude. Aaron Hackett.
David Brandsma, magna cum laude.
R.J. Williams.
William Meyer, summa cum laude.
Stephanie Groiner.
George Doherty.
Stephanie Van Woofen.
Randy Kinn.
Roxanne Gonzalez.
Matthew McAdow.
Krista Frank.
Kevin O'Keefe.
Ashley Small.
Tristan Fay, magna cum laude.
Seth Shelton.
Magdalene Keat Beam.
Thomas Cross.
Melissa Meganson.
David Hedrick.
Emily Pettyjohn, magna cum laude.
Brent Richardson.
Keith Branham, cum laude.
Brittany Biscone.
Philip Streifels, cum laude.
Christine Mosby.
Robert Harrison.
Ashley Can.
Joseph Thomas Francis.
Donovan Steinberg.
Matthew Damon, cum laude.
David Cosell.
Kelsey Berry, magna cum laude.
Jordan Bachelador. Meredith Forrest.
Jacqueline Parkinson.
Justin Keep.
Sarah Tyndall.
Robert Sikorsky.
Valerie Rose Bean.
Zachary House, summa cum laude.
Hannah Pontauzes.
Brian Krams.
Jacob Rice, cum laude.
Catherine Neff, magna cum laude.
Jason Edwards.
Samantha Nixon.
Russell Calvert.
Marie Godino.
Leanne Chavez.
Kim Hoggett.
Jennifer Wood.
Deborah Patterson, cum laude.
Patrick Alice.
Charles Anderson, magna cum laude.
Jonathan Holt.
Casey Herbst.
Brittany Vallejo Moore, cum laude.
Rosemary Mosier, magna cum laude.
Sylvia Helfrich, summa cum laude.
Carissa Gump.
Brennan Walker, magna cum laude.
Christopher Binkley.
Brandon Walker, magna cum laude.
Nicholas Gates.
Trisha Kelbell, magna cum laude.
Christina Holstein.
Andrea Richardson.
Joshua Moreau, magna cum laude.
Ryan Parrish.
Remington Duchesne, summa cum laude distinguished, Undergraduate Academic Achievement Award.
Brandon Hartziker, summa cum laude.
Amy Carney, cum laude.
Lisa Robertson.
Mark Slaw, magna cum laude.
Amber Davis, magna cum laude.
Jack Brusso, cum laude.
Michelle Madsen.
Jacqueline Walker, summa cum laude.
Cody Seibart.
Jennifer Daly.
Monica Ross.
Jana Traynellis.
Jin Sung Lee.
Joshua Hindi.
Young Bagasan, summa cum laude.
Dustin Drace.
Holly Filiatro.
Daniel Collins.
Michael Will.
Sherry Kruger.
Paul Shebley.
Aaron Gorman.
Grace Larson.
Jonathan Malhonorik.
Lisa Zuick, summa cum laude, Distinguished Undergraduate Academic Achievement Award.
Lauren Smith.
Jennifer Sly, cum laude.
Marlia Sullivan.
Janine Jubik, magna cum laude.
Jareed Harden, magna cum laude.
Regina Hartman.
Jamie Elker, cum laude.
Dominic Carasello, cum laude, special recognition.
Adam Wells.
Stephen Pruitt.
Mukades Holt, magna cum laude.
Kristen Long, magna cum laude.
Stuart Shuley.
Rachel Shelver, magna cum laude.
Trevor Roberts, summa cum laude.
Allison Roberts.
Catherine Heinsohn, magna cum laude.
Cynthia Rollins.
Shalane Seiss.
Johan Shim.
Allison Slowinski.
Jesse Champy.
Danielle Reed, summa cum laude.
Scott Fisher.
Brandon Grant.
Jordan Irvin.
Sarah McCartney.
Cameron Nolder.
Jessica Stinson.
Jason Nye.
Jen Toe.
Andrew Schultz. Scott Pate. Matthew Ellsbury. Brian Crookshank.
Will the candidates of the School of Public Affairs please stand and come forward? Associate Dean Terry Schwartz.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the School of Public Affairs, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice.
Associate Dean Schwartz, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the School of Public Affairs and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Congratulations.
Jessica Steele.
Terrence Sandoval.
Miranda Smith.
Adam Rogers.
Melissa Marcial.
Zachary Timura.
Jessica Dale.
Kyle Miklich, cum laude with distinction.
Crystal Canterbury, Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award, magna cum laude.
Eric Grosskopf. Richard Friedman. Toby Leonard.
Will the candidates of the College of Engineering and Applied Science please stand and come forward? Dean Ramaswamy Dandapani.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Engineering and Applied Science, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Innovation.
Dean Dandapani, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Engineering and Applied Science, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Innovation. Congratulations.
Stephen Wade Jackson with honors.
Christopher Dennis Males.
Caleb Jones.
Albert Chamillard with special honors, Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award.
Stephen Putnam.
Eric Schlang with special honors, Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award.
Joshua Sanchez.
Timothy Seifers with special honors.
Hoshin Ai.
Brandon Sape.
Logan Davis with honors.
Matthew Colon.
Eric Lander.
Christopher Bingham.
Brett Swaving.
Andrew Harrell.
Nadine Willis.
Nicholas Roberts with special honors.
Emily Burtnett with honors.
Mark Anthony Hutton.
Kristen Vance.
Ian Price, Jr.
Corey McIntosh.
Kelly Kroom.
Christopher Lowe.
Dewey Tran.
Matthew Aldrich.
Alex Travnicek.
Cameron Kuhn.
Megan Marmillion.
Benjamin Merriman.
Patricia Kaminsky. Jason Summerfield. Joshua Edwards. John Litzenberger. Zane Kirk with special honors.
Will the candidates of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences please stand and come forward? Dean Tom Christensen.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science.
Dean Christensen, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. Congratulations.
Uriah Meyer.
Deborah Augustin.
Wade Myers, cum laude.
Nicolai Kaufman.
Jessica Engel.
Michelle Bench.
Rebecca Brumley, magna cum laude.
Catherine Clute, cum laude.
Jacqueline Williams.
Amy Gum, summa cum laude, Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award.
Jennifer Callan.
Amanda Bradley, cum laude.
Audra King.
Shannon Roberts.
Emily White, cum laude with high distinction.
Elena Laput, cum laude.
Brett Wiltz, summa cum laude.
Clarice Pfeiffer.
Bernadette Lyon, magna cum laude.
Anders Messersmith.
Chloe Olson, magna cum laude.
Clint Rivard.
Chase Perry.
Aaron Zenon.
V. Nguyen.
Andrew Regal Muto.
Alexandra Yazinski.
Aaron Barnett.
Kelly Schultz, cum laude.
Daniel Roman, cum laude.
Michelle Iwata, cum laude.
Zachary Hammonds.
Marta Schultz.
Jessica Boyce.
Ashley Lowry, cum laude with high distinction.
Angela Voltatorni.
Mariella Iriveran, magna cum laude with high distinction.
MG Majid Armajadi.
Jason Calderini. Andrew Kennedy, cum laude.
Andrea Creedon.
Daniel Dufil.
Emily Albrecht, magna cum laude.
Darlene Shaver, magna cum laude.
Wesley Robertson, cum laude.
Rebecca Forget.
Constance Burks.
Heather Donald.
Kia Parker.
Amanda Joyle, magna cum laude.
Andrew Oliver, cum laude.
Carmen McHugh, summa cum laude. Highest distinction, outstanding undergraduate English.
Yongli Chen, cum laude.
Amy Rank.
Andrew Castle, with distinction.
Andrew Barkley.
Scott Lehman, with high distinction.
Christina Colazzo, cum laude.
Carrie Christensen, summa cum laude.
Okay. Judy Jade Bible.
Brianna Hotop, magna cum laude.
Amy Schultz, cum laude with distinction.
Jordan Beck.
Christopher Schultz.
Joanna Madrid, cum laude.
Marcus Espinoza, magna cum laude.
Rihanna Carlin.
Craig Johnson, magna cum laude.
Kyle Snyder.
Rebecca LeClaire.
David Kerwin.
Jamie Mitchell.
Courtney German.
Emily Cooper, summa cum laude.
Rochelle Curry, cum laude.
Janine Rohr with high distinction.
Tristan Wambold, with distinction.
Abigail Stitzinger with high distinction.
Timothy Cannon, summa cum laude, Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award.
Ashley Johnson.
Joshua Manweiler, cum laude, with distinction.
Ricardo Kuzar.
Brooke Borowski, magna cum laude.
Carl Monroe.
Jennifer Bond, summa cum laude.
Amanda Harvey.
Matthew Esslinger.
Stanton Viaduc.
Connemar Guido.
Andrew Ziegler.
Catherine Archibald, cum laude.
Michelle Rinalette.
Tashina Iana Cohen, cum laude.
Jonathan Baker.
Chad Howell.
Lashana Cobb.
Michael Fackler, cum laude.
Heather Nickler.
Matthew Foster.
Thomas Gorham.
Christopher Stroh.
Dylan Lake.
Emily Edwards.
Anna Ellis.
Jeffrey Mandarich.
Amberly Martin.
Alexander Snyder.
Danielle Myers.
Jacob Smith.
Caitlin Mock, summa cum laude with highest distinction, outstanding undergraduate student award. Jennifer Andres, summa cum laude with highest honors. Vanessa Ferguson. Jonathan Johnson. Julie Mizak.
Deborah Minnick, cum laude.
Tavia Hammond.
Catherine Collins.
Leslie Bennett.
Whitney Lynn Kirka.
Andrea Yackel.
Nicole Carr.
Corey Heen Trum.
Stephanie Nemke.
Jessica Stackhouse, cum laude.
Andrea Bevan.
Melanie Patterson.
Jacqueline Bell.
Sarah Clay, cum laude with distinction.
Gabriel Giannis.
Jose Uribe Cabral.
Peter Marley, magna cum laude.
Rachel Adams.
John Wilbur Jr., cum laude.
Jordan Carney.
Esther Owen, magna cum laude.
Jesse Meyer.
Amanda Grisco.
Melanie Rinke, cum laude.
Michelle Gallagher.
Tara Loberg.
Ian Davis.
Gina Kimsey.
Rosanna Smith.
Ryan Littleton.
Megan Pennington, magna cum laude.
Sean Mueller.
Michael Champlin, magna cum laude.
Neil Stitzer, cum laude.
Sylvia Swinney.
Deborah Dukes.
Michelle Ansarian, with distinction.
Carissa Corpus.
Amanda Cunningham, magna cum laude.
Susan Mopper, summa cum laude.
Daniel Siolik.
Carol Brown, summa cum laude, outstanding undergraduate student award.
Max Peary.
Noah Orfield, summa cum laude with highest distinction, outstanding undergraduate student award.
Victoria Dombrowski.
Jessica Lewis, cum laude.
Matthew Peets.
Shane Blodorn.
Cody Wajinski.
Brittany Wilson, cum laude.
Brian Kramer, magna cum laude.
Sarah McManus.
Nicholas Bender.
Wood, cum laude.
Vanessa Alvarez.
Daniel Wood.
Aaron Elliott.
Caitlin Leisure, summa cum laude with highest distinction.
Jessica Hanyok, cum laude.
Sarah Wanamaker, cum laude with highest distinction.
Amanda Crooks, Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award.
Lisa Steck-Gillen, summa cum laude.
Felicia Rennick, magna cum laude with distinction.
Kelsey Harper.
John Stephen Hunt.
Keisha Biel.
Lori McCoy, magna cum laude.
Marcy Van Dusen.
Kara Butler.
Travis Whalen.
Leah Delinko, magna cum laude.
Annette Mullen.
Lauren Haley.
Bernadette Chatron, cum laude with distinction, Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award.
Marife Andres, with highest distinction, Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award.
Augustine Perez Jr. with distinction.
Shasrad Ibrahimi.
Caitlin McGinley.
Jeremy Holsker.
Brian Johnson.
Stephanie Canales.
Andrea Showman.
Levon Townsend.
Stephanie Gallegos.
Zaina Mosier.
Sean Hudson.
Sharon Doris.
Molly Purnell, summa cum laude, Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award.
Timothy Levkov, cum laude, Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award.
Jared Clark.
Taylor Sullivan Hope, Outstanding Student Award, magna cum laude.
David Sterlickson.
Candace Davis. Michael Lehman with highest distinction.
Joseph Burton, cum laude with distinction.
Holly Cummins.
Christine Severy, cum laude.
Davlin Roberts.
Dia Evans.
Stephanie Sheets.
Joy Bears, summa cum laude.
Shanquith Dawkins.
Corey Heslip.
Ashley Bartz.
Jennifer Zwan.
Joshua Bauer.
Andrea Hanner.
Brian Specht, summa cum laude, Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award.
Adam Blackford.
Lauren Mueller.
Karen Geyer.
Julie Yusoff.
Kaila Smith.
Stacy Salas.
Courtney Sebastianelli.
Emily Drell.
Tyler Duffy, summa cum laude.
John Benvenuto.
Robert Billard.
Allison Smith.
Samuel Kovarik, summa cum laude with highest distinction.
Lori Mitrano.
Carrie Kozlowski.
Alexander Gino, cum laude.
Anna Anton Liashko with high distinction.
Jeremy Rockwell.
Lisa Wormuth, magna cum laude.
Katie Bauer.
Justin Ulrich, cum laude with highest distinction.
Lindsay Austin.
Kara Newland.
Adria Abdallah.
Lori Dunkling, magna cum laude.
Monica Van Conen, cum laude with high distinction.
Wendy Kofer, magna cum laude.
Francesca Mideras.
Raymond Outlaw.
Gretchen Piper with distinction.
Emily Wade.
Tracy Falsetto.
Jennifer Blair.
Lisa Cross, cum laude with highest distinction.
Alexander Hartman, cum laude with distinction.
Emily Morgan.
Timothy Winklebauer with distinction.
Jordan Matthews.
Kimberly Pollard.
Christina Magnuson.
Lauren Hoffman.
Carolyn Sinnen.
Samantha Gertz.
James Malta.
Jennifer Lingle with distinction.
Alexander Resge.
Cassandra Romaling.
Tiasha Anderson.
Cara Cipriani.
Shanna Schaefer.
Samantha Chapman.
Anya Salzgeber, cum laude.
Jamie Mahoney, magna cum laude.
Jordan Hendrickson.
Tamara Beetham, cum laude.
Catherine Byron.
Ryan Kuiper.
Philip Krogmeyer.
Lisa Hetzel.
Lisa Oliver.
Jillian Brewer.
Stephen Weber.
Cassie Namnu.
Demetria Lopez.
Caleb Rink.
Shay Anderson.
Adrian Norris.
Tahara George.
Lydia Catizano, magna cum laude.
Maria Brown.
Jonathan Carr, cum laude.
Barbara Rosenkrantz.
Tahani Lomley, magna cum laude.
Andrew Woolridge, cum laude.
Mark Pissut.
Tricia Champagne.
Bonita Morgan, cum laude.
Katie Beatty.
Katie Maples.
Jessica Knox.
Melissa Menden.
Grant Matthews.
Corey Noble.
Hayes Chestnut.
Jeffrey Harrison, cum laude.
Timothy Mello.
Janelle Cox.
Marissa Reyes.
Charlie Hendricks.
Diamond Mims.
Drew Wilsey, cum laude.
Susan Ford, summa cum laude, Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award.
Seth Levelis, magna cum laude.
Gina Dawn Stewart Richard.
Gilbert Acevedo, cum laude.
Demetria Kinnerman.
Veronica Carrillo, magna cum laude.
Joshua Mitchell.
Ryan Williams, cum laude with distinction.
Johnny Goodwin.
Ricky Labato.
Brittany Monterey.
Aaron Wilson.
Leanne Buckholt.
Shannon Picard, magna cum laude.
Jenna Barnett, magna cum laude.
Jennifer Skeen.
Bonnie McAvoy, magna cum laude.
Kendall Davis.
Alexandra Pitts.
John Mungrum.
Loretta Valdez Nelson.
Justine Callahan with highest distinction.
Kara Baratich.
David Shaziski.
Julia Duffy.
Joseph Bishara, summa cum laude.
Susan Fedorenchik.
Ashley Gary with distinction.
Eric Walser.
Zachary Lundquist. Catherine Blagan.
Alakina Ubar, magna cum laude.
Emily Bukema.
Constance Grice, cum laude.
Jillian Moore, cum laude.
Teresa Burkes, magna cum laude with distinction.
Cynthia Erickson, magna cum laude.
Ashley Lenderink, magna cum laude.
Fiona Palmer, cum laude with high distinction.
Chia Dowden, summa cum laude.
Claire Bauer, magna cum laude with high distinction.
Amy Bauer, summa cum laude.
Ariel Beatty.
Joseph Ziegler.
Kyla Ray Walstead, magna cum laude, high distinction, outstanding graduate student award, political science.
Sarah Howard.
Brian Troger, magna cum laude.
Sarah Knighton.
Yvette Pezon.
Martin Hines.
Stacy Ellison, cum laude, outstanding undergraduate student with highest distinction.
Virginia Wagner, magna cum laude.
Melissa Renee Vanderbilt, magna cum laude.
Sarah Magdari.
Summer Morgan Gruber.
Ashley Hammer. Arlanza Lewis. Sharita Cadney with distinction. Carlos Marine, cum laude with distinction. Spencer Lynn Wilkinson, magna cum laude. Sarah Calhoun. Michelle Lecomte, magna cum laude.
This concludes the conferring of undergraduate degrees. The chairman of the Alumni and Friends Association, Christy Sipsey, will now make a few comments and initiate all of our graduates into the Alumni Association.
We are honored today to have with us alumni from previous graduating classes. Will all UCCS alums in the audience please rise? I take great pleasure in recognizing all of these great alumni. Please be seated. Graduates, please rise. It is my pleasure to officially recognize you as new alumni of the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. You join the ranks of over 30,000 graduates who have earned a degree at this campus of the University of Colorado. As you have seen, many are with us today. Alumni continue to be an important link to our university. Many of you will remain here, providing a connection between our university and the community. Others will leave, but as graduates, you will all share one commonality, a lifelong bond with your alma mater. We will continue to keep you connected to the university in the years to come. In return, we seek your involvement and support, not only to keep your alma mater strong, but to make her stronger. The Alumni and Friends Association is proud to congratulate the class of 2010 on your great achievement and wish you success in the years to come.
Thank you. Please be seated. Our sincere thanks to all who made this commencement a success. We especially appreciate the talented efforts of Sarah McDaniel for providing the music today. It is traditional at CU commencement exercises to read the charge to the graduates, first given by President George Norlin to the class of 1935. Dr. Norlin was a professor of Greek at CU from 1899 to 1942, a total of 43 years, and was referred to by contemporaries as the kindly professor. For 23 of those years, he served as president of the university, and the library he helped plan during that time now bears his name. He was also a very principled man, and his kindness was coupled with the courage to denounce racism in the days before it was fashionable to do so. In 1924, the governor of Colorado supposedly took daily orders from the Ku Klux Klan, which controlled the Colorado legislature at the time. One of those orders went to President Norlin, who was told to rid the faculty of all the Catholics and Jews. Norlin refused, and the university essentially received no state funds that year. CU barely survived. Later in the 1930s, President Norlin publicly denounced Hitler's Nazi regime. Throughout his long career, he remained devoted to two great causes, the life of the mind and the love of the university, feelings which are inscribed in this charge to her graduates. Graduates, please stand and hear the words of the charge to the graduates as delivered by Regent Hybl.
Graduates, you are now certified to the world at large as alumni of the university. She is your kindly mother, and you her cherished sons and daughters. This exercise denotes not your severance from her, but your union with her. Commencement does not mean, as many wrongly think, the breaking of ties and the beginning of a life apart. Rather, it marks your initiation in the fullest sense into the fellowship of the university. As bearers of her torch, as centers of her influence, as promoters of her spirit. The university is not the campus, not the buildings on the campus, nor the faculties, not the students of any one time, not one of these or all of them. The university consists of all who come into and go forth from her halls, who are touched by her influence and who carry on her spirit. Wherever you go, the university goes with you. Wherever you at work, there is the university at work. What the university proposes to be, what it must always strive to be, is represented on its seal, which is stamped on your diplomas, a lamp in the hands of youth. If its light shine not in you and from you, how great the darkness. But if it shine in you today and in the thousands before you, who can measure its power? With hope and faith, I welcome you into the fellowship. I bid you farewell, only in the sense that I pray you farewell. You go forth, but not from us. We remain, but not severed from you. God go with you and be with you and us.
Thank you, Regent Hybl. All graduates, please remain standing, and those of you who have not done so, switch their tassels from the right to the left side of their mortarboard, signifying completion of your studies. Please join me once more in applauding all of our graduates.